What up, world? You already know what time it is. Your boy Matt Mills, the host with the most. Never need to brag, no boast. All we ever do is give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way in the real way. Who was played the play. I'm parlay this game for y'all today. And I got my right hand with me, as usual.
Yeah, salute,
Why
salute.
building?
You already know. Big up to all the people
Hey,
worldwide.
spoon.
Yeah, man, let's get it in. Let's get
From
it in.
another. You know what it is, man.
Yes, sir.
Same Mac time, same Mac channel. So yeah, man, let's do this. Let's get it in, man. Yo, your boy Jimmy came back.
Back at it like they had it.
Wait, yeah, we said it right. Drop some music or something, right?
Yo.
He said, yo, I'm gonna drop this freestyle real quick. Put your head top. Did you hear it?
Yep. Yeah. I seen a little piece of it. Not bad at all.
Not bad, eh? Yeah, the new track coming out. You know what I'm saying? He wore the pink. He's like, yo, I wore pink before Cam. So you know he's trying to get under Cam's skin. You know what I'm saying? That's just hilarious. You think Cam's gonna come with a freestyle?
Nah.
Cam's just gonna leave it alone?
I think so.
Damn, dog. I don't know. I think Cam might. You know what I'm saying?
You think say he's cooking up something?
I think Cam might be petty and start getting some bars. Right. What do I know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this is what he clapped back with. Jim Jones clap back. Is it enough?
Gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are. Remind them you a star. Remind them. You niggas play with your name, nigga. You remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but niggas is lying on my God. I done put so much work and I could have died on the job. I really been in kitchens with chickens when niggas frying up the hard. I've been in powwows where they scream Lottie. I done walked out my building and I seen bodies. I've been in court, the DA is looking like he seen Gotti. And all my niggas do their time, you know my team body. It's been 7 years since I seen Shotty. It's been 7 years since I saw Melly. But now we gotta fly straight cause he got 4 bellies. Nigga, I've been going to the tunnel since you saw Belly. I done been through the most. Niggas talking about we fake bloods, I had to spin for the coast. Shit, that was 20 years ago, I was just slim with the toast. Niggas talking about they outside, but they put everything on the post. No, shit, we not jacking that. It's not a place that we go there, we not packing that. You know we flip this whole shit like an acrobat. And everything that you own, coming back to that. Shit, show more you wanna ask them. You niggas told me how to rap and now I'm platinum.
Niggas taught me how to rap and now I'm platinum. Okay, Jimmy. Okay.
Was it enough? Was it enough? We gotta make it know. Was it enough? Yeah, I think Jimmy went in. He was in his bag. He was in his bag. You know what I'm saying? You know? Is it enough to make Cam want to come out and rap? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy said, what did he say? Niggas talk about the outside, but put everything on the post. What's that? 50? I don't see Calvin saying nothing. Not no posts. I ain't got a whole show where he could just say what he wants to say. You know?
True. What else? What else he say? Outside, everything else. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a 50 move for real. 50 always be airing himself out on social media, airing his shit out. Going out next on the internet. Yeah, that's a fifth move for real. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That was
you gotta, I don't know, man. Shit is weird nowadays, you know. Yeah, man. But I think Jim Jones came with some bars, some decent bars.
Yeah, I agree. He didn't sound too.
Jimmy's making better music than both of them right now. So I think he's trying to tell them, yo, come on and play. Come on and play.
Yeah, it wasn't too lackluster. I liked it. I liked the flow, the same Jimmy flow. I feel like you gotta play that back. Let me hear it again.
Oh, you out here again? Yeah. Niggas didn't hear it the first time, eh?
Gotta break it down. We gotta break it down, bar for bar. The bar for bar breakdown. Let's hear this.
You know, I was gonna say he's a late bloomer, but yo, he makes good music now. So you know, you gotta give it to him. You know? Yeah. He said niggas taught me how to rap. Now I'm platinum. Stupid.
Jimmy Jones. Yes, sir. I want you to know one thing. Jimmy Jones. Yeah. What you have to say about it. You gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are. Remind them you a star. Remind them. The niggas play with your name, then you remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but niggas is lying on my guard. I done put so much work and I could have died on the job. I really been in kitchens with chickens when niggas frying up the heart. I've been in powwows where they scream Lottie. I done walked out my building and I seen bodies. I've been in court the DAs looking like he seen Gotti. And all my niggas do their time, you know my team body. It's been 7 years since I seen Shotty. It's been 7 years since I saw Melly. But now we gotta fly straight cause he got 4 bellies. Nigga, I've been going to the tunnel since you saw Belly. I done been through the most. Niggas talking about we fake bloods, I had to spin for the coast. Shit, that was 20 years ago, I was just slim with the toast. Niggas talking about they outside, but they put everything on the post. No, shit. We not jacking that. It's not a place that we go that. We not packing that. You know we flip this whole shit like an acrobat. And everything that you want, I'm coming back for that. Shit, so the more you wanna ask them. Niggas told me how to rap and now I'm platinum. Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Jones. Yes, sir. I want you to know one thing. Jimmy Jones. Yeah. What you have to say about it. You gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are. Remind them you a star. Remind them. The niggas play with your name, then you remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but niggas is lying on my guard. I done put so much work and I could have died on the job. I really been in kitchens with chickens when niggas frying up the heart. I've been in powwows where they scream Lottie. I done walked out my building and I seen bodies. I've been in court the DAs looking like he seen Gotti. And all my niggas do their time, you know my team body. It's been 7 years since I seen Shotty. It's been 7 years since I saw Melly. And now we gotta fly straight cause he got 4 bellies. Nigga, I've been going to the tunnel since you saw Belly. I done been through the most. Niggas talking about we fake bloods, I had to spin for the coast. Shit, that was 20 years ago, I was just slim with the toast. Niggas talking about they outside, but they put that.
Jimmy, niggas talking about there outside with everything in the post.
Jeez. What do you say? What do you say?
Slide for the coast. Fake bloods, we have to slide for the coast.
I done came out my lobby and I seen bodies.
You know my team, buddy? Is it enough, though? Is it enough?
Oh, shit. Is it enough? Nah, I don't think so. But we got to hear the whole thing. That was just a snippet, right?
Yeah, that was just a snippet. Yeah.
So we got to hear the whole joint.
Yeah.
You
It sounds
know,
like
but what do you...
sounds hard, though. It's hard.
Yeah. Beat was hard. Everything was proper.
50 got to answer back at least.
Mm-hmm.
Really, he was pouring out his emotions on that track, too, you know? I guess he
Been
really
7 years, 15 shotty. Been 7 years since I seen Melly.
got 4 Phillies. That's
Since he was watching Belly.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna put him on no dummy mission. What are you talking about?
Right.
Is it enough?
No, they got. I feel like
I'll be an asshole. All right, so what?
by the time Friday comes, we'll know if.
Nah, but Thing said he's not gonna talk about it again, you know, because he doesn't feel the need to.
But he never said he wasn't gonna rap about it.
Oh, he got to rap about it.
You know? He might hit us with a quick little freestyle, one of his little freestyles that he be doing.
Word. I mean, shit. Why not? I don't think Mace is going to respond. Definitely not. So it was a good marketing move. You know what I'm saying? Capitalize on the moment, Jim. You know what I'm saying? A good moment.
Facts. Everybody's listening for sure. Everybody's gonna tune in.
You gotta come with some bars, though, Jim. I know you got it in you, though. You got it in you, Jim. You want to hear some bars, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We want to hear the G shit, but we want to hear like the grown man bars too, you know?
Right.
Look at the game, you know?
No, that's a fact. If he keeps it real like that and hits us with the grown man perspective.
Yeah.
And so far, from the snippet, I felt like he did a couple of grown man joints, grown man lines. What was our grown man line? Which one was our grown man line? Actually, no, I like you say you outside, well, all you ever do is post. I like that one.
They say you outside, but niggas put everything on a post.
Yeah. That one is good. You know, my team body. I came up out the lobby and I seen bodies. I was in the kitchen frying chicken. Okay, that one was kind of regular. There were 2-3 lines in there that were hitting. You know?
Yeah. Yep. I want Cam to rap, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Way too busy closing deals and shit.
Yo, 6 figures, 7 figures. Mine's getting 6, 7 figures daily.
But they should invite Jim on the show. You know, that'll be a funny one still.
Mm.
They might end up scrapping.
You think it would turn up in there or what? It might turn up. He's saying,
Nah, they won't gonna turn up. Jim's just gonna get all emotional and shit. Yeah, they might scrap. Never know.
mm. We think Mace is just gonna sit back and eat popcorn again, or
That's what Mason's doing, eh?
Mace said he's gonna come out with a popcorn brand. Like anyhow the man does that, he's a
That nigga
pretty.
was just working out, talking about he lost weight. The nigga big back, the extra butter on the popcorn. And a whole tub of popcorn.
No, that would be hilarious. Anyhow, Mace comes out with a popcorn brand, dog. That's it. That's it. It's game over.
Yeah, yep. Trust me. Well, in other news, Jay-Z's lawyer filed a motion to dismiss. I think they're gonna try to get some money out of this Busby cat too. It's crazy. His lawyer, Alex Spiro,
Mm-hmm.
he said, I got such a good lawyer that tomorrow you'll be working in Alaska. You know what they're saying about you got a motion to dismiss, filed for a motion to dismiss sometime this month. And also, they said they got some. The lawyer was talking about the lawyer in Diddy's case was talking about how Cassie was a accomplice in the whole thing, you know, type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of different things that happen.
Oh, they're trying to bring her in the whole thing. That would be I mean, I guess. But as far as Jay-Z, I feel like Jay-Z definitely can get that dismissed. He's he's been pretty sharp thus far, so I don't see it not getting dismissed. And as far as Cassie getting dragged into it, it's possible, but that notion will get thrown out. I feel like that'll get thrown out just because of her stance and what already happened as far as her uh, putting charges on Diddy. So it just looks like you're trying to cop out, you know? So it's like that ship probably already sailed as far as trying to bring her into it again. Even if they have evidence, there'll always be like some kind of way to implement that she was being forced into everything.
Yeah. No, it's wild still. It's wild, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's all a game, right? You know, you gotta play the game, go through the motions. It's all a game, man. You guys
I know I seen some recent. Yeah, I think I seen something on this cat channel.
Not feel well, and it's super annoying, but hopefully I'll be on the mend. Yeah. But anyway, let's get into this. Jay-Z wants a piece of attorney Tony Busby's hide, legally speaking. Does that even make sense? He's demanding a court-sanctioned Busby for what Jay-Z calls the false rape lawsuit that's damaged his reputation. According to Jay's new motion filed by his lawyer Alex Spiro, Busby did not conduct even the most rudimentary investigation into the shocking claims made by his Jane Doe client in her lawsuit. The woman alleged Jay-Z and Diddy drugged and R-worded her after, the MTV VMAs. In his filing,
Right.
Jay also points out that Busby did not withdraw the lawsuit after an NBC News interview with the accuser aired. For instance, she said the attack occurred at a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway. That was about 20 minutes from the VMAs, but there are photographs showing Jay at the Lotus nightclub. Also, she and the father picked her up, etc., that basically that there are inconsistencies. Okay, so if we actually look at the document at hand and read through what has gone on, Alex Spiro is basically trying to get everything thrown out and sanction him. With the allegations stated in the complaint in this case are gravely serious, many of them on their face strain the outer bounds of credibility, and none of them appear to have been subjected to even the most rudimentary diligence by the filing attorney, Busby, basically. He's basically trying to rip Busby apart in this, and basically saying that it appears that Busby failed to conduct any such inquiries to make sure that this was a legit case, that a reporter was able to undercut almost all of the events of plaintiff's narratives just 5 days after the FAC was filed, only highlights the complete lack of investigation undertaken by her own attorneys, Busby. A simple call to her father, a review of publicly available video footage and photos from that night and at the VMAs, or a review of publicly available property records would have quickly revealed the implausibility of her allegations. But Mr. Busby has all but admitted that he declined to undertake such a basic investigation. When confronted by the NBC News journalist with a series of false allegations in the complaint, Mr. Busby sought to cover for his lack of diligence by claiming his client would undergo a polygraph examination, an offer he seems to have abandoned since making it weeks ago. Intriguing. And he passed the buck, stating that another unnamed firm had vetted the allegations and that the Busby law firm would continue to vet claims and collect corroborating data to the extent it exists. This is entirely improper. It was Mr. Busby's responsibility to conduct a factual investigation into the allegation before he signed the complaint, not afterwards. And he cannot evade that core ethical responsibility by relying on the work of other attorneys who did not sign the pleadings and are not associated with his firm. Moreover, Mr. Busby claimed in his statement to the journalist that his firm had interrogated plaintiff intensely. She admitted to the journalist that she had made some mistakes and was guessing about key details. Mr. Busby filed a complaint setting forth one of the most serious allegations of criminal conduct imaginable, with an accompanying publicity campaign on social media and elsewhere, based on an uncorroborated claim of assault that relied on an easily disprovable factual narrative. None of this is acceptable for a member of the bar, of this court, or of any court. That is perhaps why Mr. Busby has not obtained admission, despite having signed numerous pleadings and other filings in the 2.5 months since the original complaint. Indeed, although Mr. Busby advised the court on December 20th that he was admitted to practice in the Eastern District of New York and intended to apply for reciprocal admission to the Southern District, he has not even sought interim admission either. So he's really trying to sanction Busby in the process of getting this lawsuit dismissed. That's basically what this is. I don't know. I feel like the court should impose Rule 11 sanctions for Mr. Busby's filing on the amended complaint and refusal to withdraw it. Mr. Busby signed an FAC containing extraordinary serious and defamatory claims against Jay-Z because so much of the narrative set out in the complaint is demonstrably false and other allegations are highly unlikely. It is clear that Mr. Busby either knowingly filed a false complaint or failed to conduct a reasonable inquiry in the factual allegations. So again, it's a 30-page document that Alex Spiro has come out with, and it goes on and on and on and on. I want to link this in the bio, and I'm going to read out the conclusion to you because honestly, guys, this is so long. For the reasons stated above, this court should impose sanctions should the court conclude that an award of fees and costs is appropriate. Jay-Z respectfully requests that the court direct the parties to confer regarding a briefing schedule for the calculations of the award. So not only does he want this lawsuit dismissed, obviously, which is what they've been trying to do, but they want to sanction Busby as well, and they also want money. They want reward. So this is bold claims that he is making. Again, double downing on the NBC interview. I mean, like Spiro, you've spoken about the NBC interview. Why are you speaking about it again in another separate filing? I don't understand. I do feel like Annalisa Torres might not like this because she wants stability in her court and she doesn't want this to be personal against Busby. But we'll see what happens as it goes on. But clearly, Jay-Z is stressing. That's that's what I take from this, because he is pressuring his lawyer to add more pressure to the courts, to Busby, put the filings in, and that's exactly what is going on here. To sanction Busby, I feel like is just a whole new low. And they want awards for it, and they want a briefing to be done to find out what the rewards may be.
Well, this guy's just a big hater, you know what I'm saying? One of them foreign national haters. Because why are you over there talking about it's a new low? Just report on the news. How's it a new low? The man feels like he's innocent. Let him handle his court business. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But if he wants him disbarred and they want money, that's telling right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. He ain't gonna get away with that one. But that's a funny one, eh?
Nah, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like he could get it dealt with proper still. The man is in a good position.
Well, after his lawyer, because the lawyer was trying to be smart. He's like, I'm gonna put the case forward, even if it falls flat. I still would damage their reputation, as much as I can,
Yeah.
And I move on to the next. Jay's like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that. And furthermore, let me get some money up out of this guy. Get him this.
Yeah. No, I think he'll get it still. I think he'll get it.
That's what's up, though. At the end of the day, sometimes you meet your match.
Yeah.
Alex Spiro, Doc. He was probably like a lawyer for the mob or whatever.
No, these guys are big.
He's the one that got Alec Baldwin off that shooting case.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
He had a hard case to beat. Check it out real quick. This is one of Alex Spiro's cases that he got off Alec Baldwin.
Baldwin walked up to you and said, I was holding a gun. He blurted it out, right?
Yes.
And in fact, he was very shocked, if you could picture Alec Baldwin in a pale state, very unsure of himself. You could say an actor out of character. Fair?
Sure.
Object to the former question. It is Mr. Spyro testifying in the question.
Not going
Okay.
to do these without this.
Maybe approach.
When you saw Mr. Baldwin, he looked very shocked. If you could picture Mr. Baldwin in a pale state, you know, like unsure of himself, you could say an actor out of character. Is that a fair description?
Sure.
And he said to you, I'm here, whatever you want to do, right?
Yes.
He said to you at one point, where should I go? Right?
Yes.
And he also pointed out to you who the director was on scene who was hit in the shoulder, right?
I believe so. Yes. I inquired about him.
And he also asked you how she was doing, right? Meaning Miss Hutchins, right?
Yes.
I don't remember you being asked about that in direct, were you?
And you mean asked by that by the state?
Yeah.
Objection relevance?
Overruled.
So I want to take a step back. The dispatch that came over to your radio, sir, before you got to the scene was a dispatch for an accidental shooting by a prop gun, correct?
I believe that's what was told to me, yes.
Okay. And you've testified to that previously, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the dispatch report, you know that you received that wording, accidental discharge, several times, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So I want to ask you, how come when you described it today in court, how come you didn't include the word accident when you testified before this jury?
I'm not one to say if it was an accident or not. Just there to initially respond to it, and then the detectives determine whether or not it was an accident.
Well, sure, but every other time you've been asked about this, you've said it was an accident. And now today at the trial of Alec Baldwin, when you're talking to this jury, you left that word out. Isn't that true?
Not intentionally, no.
Did you meet with the prosecutors before you testified here today?
Just briefly in the room outside for them to tell me who was in order of what witness.
You've discussed your testimony previously with Ms. Morrissey, correct? Before today?
Just in the pre-trial interview, yes.
We've talked about your lapel that was on. It's true, right, that the lapel is actually mandatory,
Yes.
right? And so they came to the officers, passed a law, and told you had to wear your lapel, right?
Yes.
And the way it works is it secures all of these statements. And when you're done wearing it for the day, you go back to the station, you log it in, and then it exists, right?
Essentially, yeah, but it's more complex than that. It uploads on itself.
Oh, it self-uploads, so it maintains itself?
Yes.
Okay. And you then talked a little bit about the securing of the scene. And you talked about crime scene tape going up, right?
Yes.
But as you just told this jury, at the time, you don't know whether this is an accident or not, right?
Yes.
It's not like a crime scene tape is some evidence of a crime, right?
And whether it was an accident or a crime scene is still essential.
And you've been very candid that you made some mistakes at the scene, right?
Yes.
And that you've learned since then about some of these mistakes, right?
Yes.
You said hindsight's 20/20, right?
Yes.
And you can Monday morning quarterback decisions, but you made them in the field, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you've said that based on your training and experience, you know that if witnesses are left to speak to each other, they can taint each other's memories, right?
Yes.
And sometimes that's incidental and accidental, right?
Yes.
And sometimes it's purposeful, right?
Depends on who's there, yes.
Well, if you were with somebody and somebody was talking to you about the 911 call, right? And they kept saying to you over and over, it wasn't an accident, it wasn't an accident. And then you testify and you leave out the word accident. That could be an example of taint, couldn't it?
Sure.
And also non-witnesses can taint people's memories too. You agree with me?
I guess.
Well, at one point in your testimony previously, you had said that there was a lawyer on the scene that was talking to some of the people that were on the scene.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. And if that lawyer told somebody on the scene, I think your understanding is that could have tainted their view of their memory, right?
Essentially, yes.
Mr. Baldwin never asked to speak to that lawyer, did he?
I'm not to my recollection.
And then you went on and you said, that you had told Mr. Baldwin not to speak to the other witnesses. Do you remember that testimony?
Yes.
And I think you were asked approximately 5 times why Mr. Baldwin was disobeying your orders. Do you remember that testimony?
Yes.
Yeah. But in the lapel video that we just saw, you're not going up to Mr. Baldwin or these witnesses, but get out of here. Get out of here. I'm an officer. You got to separate. You don't do that, right?
Nope.
And also in that video, you can see a lot of these people are coming over to Mr. Baldwin, right?
Yes.
One of them comes over and shakes his hand, right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen that in all of your experience? Somebody commit a homicide and everybody and all the witnesses are on the scene, circling around the person, shaking his hand and talking about what happened. Have you ever seen that in your entire career?
No.
And then you went on to say, well, you didn't put him in the cruiser. You didn't put him in the cruiser because your cruiser was being used, was I guess the reason that you gave. Was that, did I understand that right?
My patrol unit was being actively used as a post on the other side of the field for crime scene.
When you say a post, you mean like you go somewhere else and you put the tape around it? Is that?
The side mirror was wrapped around with crime scene tape.
Uh-huh. You mean there were also another dozen officers on the scene that day that had police cars that they wanted to put Mr. Baldwin in at any point, right?
Yep.
Okay. And in fact, Mr. Baldwin later on drives himself to the precinct and goes and speaks to the police, right?
I'm not too sure how he got there, but he did get there.
Well, he wasn't under arrest, right?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And so you use this word detained. When Ms. Morrissey asked you, were you detaining Mr. Baldwin? Do you remember that question?
Yes.
Isn't it true that even today, years later, no police officer has ever arrested Mr. Baldwin or detained him in a police car? True?
I don't know.
The police department, the Santa Fe Police Department, has never arrested Mr. Baldwin.
Not the
Back
Santa
to
Fe
the
Police
form of
Department.
question, asked and answered.
Overruled.
And one of the things that you do as an officer on the scene is you observe demeanor, right?
Yes.
And you spent 10 hours on the scene, I think I heard you say, right?
Yes.
You got to see the people of Rust that day live, right?
Yes.
And the truth of the matter is that you took it as a way how everybody was acting and that the individual who claimed to have been holding the firearm was still there, that there was the way he was, his demeanor was that there wasn't any intention behind the act, as you could say. Isn't that true?
I wouldn't say there was no intention. I don't know the individual's intentions, but his demeanor was sad, upset.
Okay, well, it's not just his demeanor being sad and upset, right? Okay, we'll move that to the side. And I understand you're not a mind reader, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. All you can do is look at the people and look at how they're interacting and make your own judgments, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you do that as a police officer to try to figure out how to interact with the scene. True?
Yes.
Okay, and isn't it true that the way you took it, how everybody was acting, and that the individual who claimed to have been holding the firearm was still there, that there was the way he was, his demeanor was that there wasn't any intention behind the act, as you could say. Isn't that true?
Again, the wording you're using, I wouldn't say
Okay.
I had any clue of whose intention was what, but he was sad and upset.
Okay, well, let's play. I'm going to play his statement to that fact. Can you cue that up, please? That's okay for the court. He's saying that he didn't say that he did. I'm going to impeach him.
I don't think he said he didn't.
Well, you want me to clarify that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you claiming that you didn't say that?
Rephrase what you said?
Sure. Dispatch said it was an accidental shooting by a prop gun. So I didn't know if there was any. I took it as the way how everybody was acting and that the individual who claimed to have been holding the firearm was still there, that there was the way he was, his demeanor was that there wasn't any intention behind the act, as you could say,
Again, I wouldn't say I knew what his intention was.
I understand that. What I'm asking you now, okay, is did you in fact say those words that I just asked you?
At what time, the Gutierrez or PTI?
Yes.
I may have.
Okay. You don't deny saying that.
Here, let's
No.
finish if we can.
You see? Such a good lawyer.
Right.
I mean, he's gonna be working in Alaska. It is what it is, but I mean, trying to do a shakedown on Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see what's happening. But after people get slandered, do they get their reputation back? No. So that's a dangerous thing for black men in general, you know what I'm saying? Going through all this type of bullshit. You know? They all got it.
Fact. That's a fact, though.
You know what I mean? Probably thousands of lawyers like that. They're doing shit dirty like that, you know? To the average person. So there's something to be mindful of, you know, at the end of the day. It's all about the money. You always gotta follow the money. You follow the money, you usually find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I'm not saying this Alec Baldwin defense was super hard to defend, but he did a good job. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like the man shot somebody on set.
Man said, somebody who murdered somebody. Does everybody in the courtroom come and usually come and say hi to this accused murderer?
Yep. He uses his words very carefully. Choice words, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. So what, man, Rizzo? We just wanted to bring y'all that real quick. Slow day in the news, right quick. Oh yeah, the FBA they want an official apology from Fat Joe. That's what they're saying. I don't think they're gonna get there. But you should apologize, you know? You think he's gonna apologize?
No.
This guy said no.
No. He should though, but I don't know.
Yep. Who knows, right? Who knows?
I think he'll try
But
to be
yeah,
wrong.
them Cassie tapes, they're gonna be it's gonna switch up everything and the whole Diddy cases and shit.
Hmm.
So I don't know. He picking her off, but it might turn around and bite her.
All right. Let's see how that one goes.
You know it. So boy Mac Mizzle will be back here tomorrow. Same Mac time, same Mac channel. You already know about this, please. Yeah, you got any last just final thought?
Shoot.
It's a slow one. It's a slow one, but it is what it
Nah, I ain't got no final thoughts, man. We'll catch up
is.
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's another day, right?
Yo.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
Straight
All
up.
right. It's your boy, man, Mizzle. Keep it real in the field. Forget how they feel. We out. Peace.